Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Grain Arcade, back playing some Farming Simulator 17. So we're in a debacle. We can't figure out what we want to buy. We've found all the gold nuggets around Goldcrest Valley, and we got $1 million. So what do we want to buy? Well, we thought about it, and we're not going to get the huge tractor. We got all the way up to this Challenger, and we were like, the Challenger. But that one's $314,000, and there's some stuff that we want to go ahead and get into right away. When you consider what kind of crop we have, let's see, where's the crop at? Here we go. Here's all the crops. Sorry, I bumped the microphone. All right, we got wheat, barley, and I'm going from left to right. Wheat, barley, canola, sunflower, soybean, corn, oilseed radishes, which, you don't harvest those, potatoes, sugar beets, and poplars. So, I kind of want to get into the poplars. And that requires a forage harvester. Now, forage harvesters don't come cheap. Where are they at? Right here. You could get a Rostelmash. I'm not getting a Rostelmash. If you saw the Sosnovka series from 15, I'm not getting a Rostelmash. I don't really want one. Not a big fan of it. It's not fun to drive. You could get the Krone, and I think it has an engine upgrade. No, it doesn't have any upgrades. So this is not the big Krone from 15. This is a smaller Krone. The big Krone from 15, if I remember right, had over 1,000 horsepower on it. So this is a smaller one. It's only got 580. So that would make the New Holland the biggest one. And it's got 824 horsepower on it. That's plenty to work with. But also, it has the only wood chip harvester for wood chips for the poplars. So kind of want to go with New Holland here, and we definitely want to get into that. So that's what we're going to buy first, is a forage harvester with our $1 million. So forage harvester it is. No upgrades available. We just want to buy it. Okay. Now we want the header. Now I'm not really concerned about these headers. We can get the windrow header later, the all crop header, the corn header later. I want the poplar one first, and it's cheaper than some of these, so I want to get that because I want to get into that right away. That's something that looks really cool to me, and plus it does wood chips. So yes. Okay, so we got that. Ooh, new equipment. Let's go look. Ooh, one thing they did change about this forage harvester, the front wheel is not the tall, narrow one anymore. It's the more realistic, short and wider tire in the front. 15 was tall and narrow. So that looks pretty cool. It's like it kind of reminds me of, and if you played PC on 15, the Brooks UN chipper. That's kind of what that looks like. Only this is real. This is actually a real thing. And you can look for it on YouTube. Just type in, I think you can actually type in the New Holland model number. Type in New Holland FR850 and type in poplar. And it will show you a poplar harvest with this machine. So this is actually a real implement, a real world implement. The Brooks UN chipper was definitely not. It was just this vacuum thing that you hook to the front of a tractor and basically cut down a tree, stump it, and it instantly ground it into wood chips. This is the real deal here. So, alright, we got 600,000 left. We kind of want a tractor, but we kind of want to get into... Here's the thing. We kind of want to get into... Like I was saying before, all of these crops, they're going to hit a great demand sometime or another. It's going to happen. And right now we've got 3 fields to work with, and we'll probably be getting some more soon. And we can plant multiple crops in those fields. Well, right now, the only thing we can do with the equipment that we have as of right now is wheat, barley, canola, and soybeans. And of course, oilseed radishes, but I mean, you cultivate those under. I want to be able to do all of these right away. I mean, as soon as possible. We've already got the poplar one, so that one on the end is crossed out. We can do the others. We need to be able to do sunflower and corn. Those go together. And then sugar beets and potatoes are in their own category. So, first things first, we want to do sunflower and corn. Those are 2 big crops. They're a common crop. I mean, you see more of them than you do, potatoes and sugar beets. So, what do we do? What do we need to do to get into that? Well, if we keep the case, which we can keep that case, the only thing about that case is it's costing us a lot of money per day because it's so old. We could trade it in. I don't know, but it's kind of sentimental to me. If we do missions for other farmers, we won't have that problem because we'll make enough money on the missions from other farmers to cover that daily cost. So, I mean, you can't put a price on sentiment. And that's our first combine, and on 15, I'm sure we had the Sampo Rosen Slew or whatever it's called. I wasn't really attached to that one. It's just not something that I prefer. But I like this little case. I've seen these machines up close in real life, and I love the machine. It's a great machine, and I kind of want to keep it. So we need a corn header for that machine, at the very least. I'd like to have another harvester. I might still have enough money left over to get one. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. But we need a corn header for it. So let's look at corn headers. This one's 3 meters wide. The one that we have with it for the other crops is 4.3. Can we go any higher? Now we could get this Rostelmash corn header. How wide is that? 5.7? I think our pipe goes well beyond the 4.3, and that one's 5.7, and it is red. And to be honest with you, I don't know why they put these headers in there. They're sunflower only, and the corn headers are sunflower and corn. So why wouldn't you go with a corn header? Hey, there's a 6 meter Capello. I wonder if that 6 meter would fit on there. Let's jump over to our combine. Start it up and pull it out here in the yard. Whoops, I hit a wrong button. Hey, maybe we should check and see if anything's on sale. On where I'm at. No, nothing for sale. So let me pick that up and pull it out in the yard here. I want to put the pipe out. And if I remember right, it's R1 and down. Nope, I remember wrong. Oh wait, no. Okay, it's L1 and down. That's it. Okay, so now let's look at this. We're about lined up there. That header right there is 4.3 meters. I think a 6 meter would work. I really do. Because that's 4.3. You know what? I'm going to buy it, and if we have to stop the harvester just for sunflowers and stuff like that, that's what we'll do. Let me tab back down. There's our nice New Holland. We'll look around in it real quick. Ooh, still looks nice. Alright, let's hop out of that. So, what did we decide? The 6 meter Capello? Because the Rostelmash is 5.3, and 5.7 actually. So I'm pretty sure this Capello would fit. What's next in line? 9 meter, yeah, I'm pretty sure that one wouldn't. So we'll get the 6 meter Capello. Hey, we can get different colors too. I think that's the color. I think that's okay, they've moved some colors around here on me. I think that's the default case color. So I'm gonna buy it. Where's it at? Okay, and it does fold up, so I mean, we could technically, I guess, we could fold it up if we had to fill up a tipper or something like that, but I don't think it'll be too wide. I think it'll work. And we can't reset these, so I'm gonna have to bring the combine down here and pick it up, or put it on a trailer. And I don't think I can put it on a trailer without a forklift or something. And I better not try it with that log fort. So I'll just bring the combine down later and get it. Okay, so now we need a tractor. A good tractor that will pull... I'll tell you what, at least for right now, the sewing machines will wait on the horses. Because they require 270. And to get a 270 would be a really, really big tractor. Where did we decide on? Now these are... We want to get the Vaterstads, I think. Let's see. What do they require? 180, 170. So 180 horsepower is kind of generally what we're looking at. So I'm going to get one of those. Alright. And we want one that will plant sunflower and corn now. That one will only plant... It will not plant sunflower or corn. It'll plant the other crops. But this one will plant sunflower, soybeans, corn, and sugar beets. So we could actually get into sugar beets maybe. So let's get one of those. How much money do we have left over? $453,000. We at least need a tractor. So let's get a tractor. These are 288 horsepower. Let's go down and see what a minimum horsepower requirement would be. Well, we need 180 at least to run the Vaterstads. 180 and 170. So this is getting too low. We may have to go with one of these bigger tractors up here. Okay, the JCB is the first one in line. There's a Massey for 210 horsepower. But that one is kind of the first one, the JCB is. Kind of like that Massey. And you know, since it is new equipment, it's 172,000, 210 horsepower. I think I'm going to go with the Massey Ferguson on this one, guys. Is there a smaller Massey? I think there's a smaller Massey too somewhere. Yeah, there's a smaller one. So we'll give the Massey a try. Oh, you can upgrade this one too. What are the wheel setups on this, I wonder? Front loader attachment is 800. Well, we've got plenty front loader attachments down there with the other tractors, so we don't need that. We can upgrade the engine to 240 and 280 for $35,000. With that, we could buy the other tractors. So now we'll just stick with the 210. It's enough to pull the Vaterstads. Standard, wheel weights, wide tires, narrow tires, standard. Can't do double wheels. I was kind of hoping for double wheels. So standard, wheel weights, wide tires, narrow tires. Well, we don't want narrow tires. You only want narrow tires if you're going to do fertilizing or, you know, driving through the row crop. So 172,000. Don't want a Deutz Fahr. Don't really want a Lamborghini. The Puma is the next one up. It's the Case. 192,000. They gone up on that since the last one. You can upgrade it to 270, which is not really enough to pull the other. Standard, wheel weights, wide tires, narrow tires. It's kind of the same setup. I bet you don't get to double tires until you get to this one. Or maybe even the JCB. Nope, it's just standard and wheel weights. T7 heavy duty. Wow, you can't even put double tires on that one. What about the case? Narrow twin wheels. Now this... Narrow twin wheels. I think that's the same as double wheels. Let me double check though, just to be sure. Let me go to a big one. Maybe not. I don't know. Well, we can't get into that. We can't really afford that because we've got to get a. I really want to get a small sugar beet harvester for a tractor. So where are we gonna go to? The Massey. Let me see what the requirements are on the sugar beet harvester. 75 horsepower and 134. We're good there. Don't have to worry about that. I'm just trying to future-proof this the best that I can. What does the baler require? 185, we're good there. Mowers, they don't require much, I don't think. The Lely would be the one that we'd go after. 170, so we're good there. Tedders, I think we're good there. Yeah, 75 horsepower. Windrowers, the biggest one, 110, we're good. The biggest loader here requires 220 horsepower. How much was that? $210. 225. 192 versus 172. I'm leaning towards the Puma. I really am. I don't know. Make sure there's nothing else. What did the cultivator require? 350 for the big cultivator. And we need another cultivator. We're going to have to cultivate for... oh gosh, another debacle. Well, the horse is out. It requires 400. I don't like these other ones. This one's okay. 180 horsepower, so that one would work. 6 meters versus 10 versus 14.5. 350 horsepower. $12,000 more, it's still not enough. Well, we may have to settle for a smaller cultivator to start out. 350 horsepower, that would be the Challenger, yeah. We're going to have to settle for a smaller cultivator to begin with, so... Tractors, we got to make a decision here. We are running out of time. Do we want the Massey or the Puma? Well... I'm going to go with the Massey. We haven't gotten into Massey Ferguson. It's new for 17. And, let's see, wheel weights, wide tires, narrow tires, standard. We'll just stick with standard for right now. We don't really need the engine upgrade. We can come back and get it later. And we don't need a front loader attachment. So I'm just going to buy this. And I know we could lease it, but we want to buy something that we're going to stick with. And let me get the sugar beet harvester. That. Okay. And that. Alright, we can get into sugar beets, sunflowers, and corn. So what does that leave? Sunflowers, check. Corn, check. Oil radishes, yeah, we can plant those. We're into sugar beets and poplars. The only thing we're not into yet is potatoes. And to get into that... we have 176,000 left. There actually is a front and rear. Is that a front? Can you put that? I mean, is it just like the beet harvester one? I think it is. I think you can put the potato one on the front and that one on the back. And we can't afford that. So if we did this, we could do all crops, which would be awesome. Are there any potatoes planted on the map? Let's see. Small field. Potatoes is the dark brown. 18's planted in potatoes. Tell you what. We'll go work 18 on the next episode. And see what they're using. Hopefully they're not using the big machine. Hopefully they're using the small machine. But take a look at our equipment here. Nice Massey Ferguson tractor. It's kind of fun to get into a different type of tractor and see what it's about. Got our planters here, corn head, sugar beet harvester for the tractor. So that's good. So we'll go check out field 18 and we'll see if it's ready to harvest here. If not, we'll come back when it's ready to harvest. Oh, it's already been harvested. Oy. Let's see. Who else has got potatoes? Field 7's in potatoes. And it is growing right now. So we'll go up to field 7 and we'll do a test drive of the let's see, 26 has actually got potatoes. It's got quite a few, but they're probably using the big machine down there, and they might be using the big machine up on 7. So let's we'll come back next episode and check that out. So until then, remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Grain Arcade.